should expect that your upcoming customers will at least have about 50 kilobits per second, so you don't have to scale for uplink for dial-up connections, which is great because that provides you with a whole lot of rich media experiences. I think that's it.
Okay, but also we have some similarity east and west, and they are from a market point of view. For example, advertising. We have not a strong internet market for advertising in east and western part. Yes, we know that the western part, the advertising world is more developed. But for example, in a country like Italy, we have 20 million people online every month, but only 1.52% of advertising revenue are going to the internet. So we have also Google AdSense for a small website to monetize their content, but we have not so many investors on the advertising on the web, so it's difficult to have a lot of money from the advertising model. And also this is true for the eastern part, even if probably the eastern part can grow very fast because there are a lot of users, but the money invested in advertising is also less than it could be in the future.
So when you're looking at the different markets, it's difficult to provide one service that works in all the countries, because Luca mentioned a few similarities, but mostly the clientele you're working for is different. For example, people over here expect rich media, but don't care about it on their mobile phones. And in the eastern parts, people use, for example, 3G as an add-on, and compared to us, it's 3G is more like a toy, you know, like you call someone with a video phone once and show them that it's working, but that's about it. I don't know, how many of you have done video calls ever on a UMTS phone? Okay, great. I expected as much. So when you're developing for the market, it's really important to do you know, focus groups, and you do some user testing prior to that, and even check the different educational levels with your upcoming customers, because not everyone is, you know, as technical as the next person, and you don't want to build a huge service that doesn't get used. On the note of building a huge service, it's interesting to see that in Europe you probably need, like, what did we agree on, 50 grand? Something like that to build a huge service. In the eastern parts of Europe, they can do the same with $500. And if you look at that, I mean, what was the Lithuanian DIG? Their DIG clone is, you know, like pretty much the same. Same goes for Facebook, and they've done that in about 1 to 2 months. And compared to what we do, well, that's rapid development at its best, and rapid application deployment, and that's what counts, because the time to market is really important with new services like Twitter and Pounds and everything else. Anything to add?
And also we discussed a little of venture capital, but it's not developed as it should be in the eastern and in the western part, especially if you compare this kind of investment from a global point of view, United States and other western countries. So probably the eastern part can develop a successful website with less money than the western part, also because if you want to succeed with a brand new website, you have to do a lot of more work to internationalize it, and a copycat website is simple to develop, even if it's useful for a country that has no local version of this kind of site. So we have different, we have a common market, but probably at the end the language is also a barrier to develop a more integrated internet environment, also from the developer point of view.
Exactly, and for all those people that are planning to set up a company and are going to depend on venture capitalist funding, you should probably check out seedcamp.com, which is a European initiative to fund upcoming companies with a certain amount of money. And all those companies get huge media attention. It's backed by Saul Klein and Jeff Clavier. Everyone who's ever done anything with venture capitalists knows those names, at least I hope so. And these guys are really approachable. If you've got a big idea, you should probably try to pitch it to them and see if they are interested in funding you. And if they aren't interested in funding you, they'll at least provide you with great insight into why your business plan, isn't good enough yet. I think that's it.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.